This is Tech Gears. My name is Levi, and I wanted to start a new series in our new place that we just moved into. Really rough, but I really wanted to start so I can help any other creator out there. And obviously, if you have an iPhone, if you have a camera phone in any way, Samsung, Apple, you can start recording and get some amazing videos. But I wanted to do a quick series where every day we're going to try to get a little bit better. So I have probably too much equipment. So I wanted to start obviously with an iPhone, do some of the things that will make the video better, and each day add a little bit more. So whether that's audio, lighting, changing the cameras, changing the lenses. So right now we are just recording with the iPhone on the front facing camera in just regular mode. And you can see the difference on this. This is part one. Obviously, I want to improve this. So let's make this video a little bit better. Tomorrow, we're going to make the video a little bit better, and we're going to do a new improvement every day. So please subscribe, follow along, ask any questions, but let's make this a little bit better.
All right, so now we made a few changes. We are actually recording on a Bluetooth mic, which hopefully is upgrading the sound quite significantly. And we turned the iPhone around. So now we're using the main 24 megapixel sensor. On top of that, we're using the Black Magic app. So just looking at these two videos, if we put my first clip with the front facing camera, with the internal mic, and just using the standard camera app, and now we're looking at what we've upgraded. We still need to improve lighting. We can still do quite a bit as far as adjusting the log and the color. And obviously we can start looking at other cameras, improving the tripod, positioning. But I think these are some really big upgrades. Now, one of the tricks I would say, if you're going to be using the back camera on your iPhone, SmallRig does have a secondary monitor that you can actually put on the back of your iPhone, which is really cool. Or if you have an Apple Watch, you can actually use the Apple Watch to do your framing. So I think you can use your iPad as well. You can also do a little bit more with the Final Cut app, which Apple launches. So you can use the back camera by just using some of these tools so you can get the framing correct. As far as the wireless mic, I'm using something from Hollyland. Hollyland, I believe, sells the A1 for like 30 bucks. Yes, you can get the DJI mic. They have their micro or their mini. That one, I think you're spending like 60 bucks. And then Rode did just launch their iPhone specific smaller one. And then those are like 100, 150. So the audio nowadays, honestly, no matter what audio you get, it's going to be pretty good. I can definitely recommend the Hollyland. I really do enjoy it. I also have DJI. I can definitely recommend that. And I do use a lot of Rode mics. I don't use their wireless mics anymore just because I feel like they've been surpassed, but they just launched some new ones, a little more on the more expensive side. But good job, beautiful. But if you have an iPhone, honestly, just turning it around, let's spend $30 on an audio mic from somewhere. I can recommend Highland. I'll put links in the description. Using what you have, whether it's an iPad, another iPhone, an Apple Watch, figure out how to use that back camera for monitoring. I think this really does improve the image. I'll put links and everything in the description. I definitely will show kind of what I'm using as far as tripod and mic wise. I'm literally using just one of these cheap mounts for the camera, nothing fancy. Those you can get either really cheap or come with a lot. And I'm using a smaller, cheap tripod. This is actually a carbon fiber, way more expensive version of what I'm using. The tripod I'm using right now is one I've had probably for 20 years, and it might have cost 5, 10 bucks from like Circuit City or Best Buy. Some place doesn't even exist nowadays. This one from Neewer, definitely recommend. This one actually has defined legs. You can open and close versus that doesn't even have it. So I'll do some B-roll so you can see it. This I want to say is, man, you can get some really good ones from either Ulanzi, and this is from Neewer or Neewer. 30 bucks maybe. So again, you're spending a grand total of maybe $60, $70 to go from just your regular phone to an upgraded video. Video 2, we're going to start talking about some lighting, maybe upgrade the sound a little bit and see what we can do. Now, as far as the iPhone you're using, I'm using an iPhone 16 Pro, so they did actually have quite a bit update on the audio processing. So it does sound better than other iPhones, so maybe you don't hear as big of a difference. The new 17, I think, has another huge leap in the video quality. And I think any iPhone after the 14, the video quality is really good. So if you can get a 14 or newer, and we're on the 17, so that's about 3 years old, the iPhone is going to be absolutely fantastic. Upgrade your audio, use the back camera, and use either the Blackmagic or Final Cut app, and you're going to see a big difference. Episode 2, we're just going to keep getting this better and better. Start using different cameras and really look forward to your guys' input. Subscribe and like and let me know what you guys think.